actually?
I'm Dr. Sarah Longo.
Jen Dongshi, I'm from Physics Department. I'm also a doctor.
So the first question is, why did you guys decide to do what you do?
It's really when I got to university that I realized that we didn't always know how they do things. So how does a grasshopper jump so far compared to its body size? We can only jump a couple feet off the ground, which is much shorter than we are. And so now I study a lot of small animals, actually shrimp and fish, that do behaviors extremely fast, and trying to understand how they're able to do that.
Yeah, so I choose physics because I always very curious. Even since I was very little, I'm curious about what is going around us. So why things behave the way they are, and I read books about how the universe was a very fascinating place and all the stars. So that just caught my imagination even when I was little. So I started to get more interested in physics. I learned more in high school, in middle school and high school. So and in college, you start to get in touch of what all the modern physics are doing. Then as you learn more, you actually build a confidence, and you see that how much more you don't know, so you want to learn about that. So that's how I get into graduate school and become postdoc in physics.
What is one of the latest projects you guys been doing? What's one of the things you guys been doing right now?
So I study something called, it's a very broad term, called quantum materials. So, well, it's a broad term because it contains many different materials. They all behave quantum mechanically. That means even in an object that has the size of everyday, that you see in everyday life, they can have very amazing properties that come from quantum mechanics. The specific thing I have done recently is called quantum magnets. So you just heard about the magnet, the regular magnet that attracts metal, and they repel each other if they have the similar pole.
My project is pretty different than that. I'm currently studying a type of shrimp called a pistol shrimp or a snapping shrimp. And if you're ever walking on a mud flat, actually in North Carolina, you might hear these little snaps. And if you dig in the mud, you'll find these shrimp. And the project is really just trying to understand how they make those snapping sounds. And we use high-speed video cameras, which can take many, many images a second and then allow us to slow down the videos to really see what these shrimp are doing. And it turns out when you watch these videos that you'll see that they have this big claw that closes really fast. And you can only see it when you have these very fancy cameras. And what actually happens is they make this snapping sound not because the claw ends click together, but because they move water so fast that they boil it right in front of their claw. So when you see the video, and maybe we'll be able to play one, you'll see that there's a little bubble that forms, and that bubble exists just that little second, and then you hear the snap when the bubble collapses, because there's so much energy right there that it makes sound, and it actually releases heat and a little bit of light.